Welcome to Will We Be Next? A training program of the University of South Carolina. My name is Jonathan Kaufman, and I'm the student body president for the 2015-16 academic year. All across America, students at colleges and universities have experienced incidents of discrimination, which have been showcased in the media. Here at the University of South Carolina, it is our goal to ensure that all members of our community are treated with fairness, equality, and mutual respect. It is for this reason we are offering this very important training opportunity. By the end of this video, you will know what is Title VI, who is covered by Title VI, what constitutes a violation of Title VI, and how to report violations on the University of South Carolina's campus. At the end of this video, you will also be asked to complete an online quiz, which is designed to measure your grasp and understanding of the information that will be presented. Your participation in the quiz will assist us with enhancing the usefulness of this training module for future use. It will also help us better assess and improve the quality of campus climate with regard to issues of diversity, multicultural sensitivity, discrimination, and harassment. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to participate. And remember, as Gamecocks, our community has no limits.
Tonight, disturbing accusations to report of anti-Semitism at a Collier County school.
10 students are serving suspensions for their roles in what's being called Kick a Jew Day at North Naples Middle.
Women within their sororities came forward to Marie Claire to talk about the segregation that they have experienced while they were part of the Greek system there. A few of the interviewees, interviewees talked to Marie Claire and said the following. We were told we do not take black girls because it would be bad for our chapter, our reputation, and our status. Another girl said, there was a list of girls who were to be dropped from Rush. Anyone who was a minority was automatically added to it.
It was homecoming week 2009, and here's how students at one Minnesota high school chose to show their school spirit.
As part of homecoming week, kids were allowed to dress in tropical clothing, but instead 60 to 70 students took part in what they're calling Wigger Day or Wankster Day, dressing in baggy shorts, do-rags, jerseys, and gang colors.
Dozens of photos posted to Instagram Saturday night showing partygoers dressed as gang members and displaying hand signals were shared and tweeted by hundreds. This wasn't just any holiday party hosted by students from Clemson University. On social media, attendees referred to it as a Cripsmas party.
To hear at 3 a.m. that there was a Cripsmas party that depicts like gang stereotypes and stuff, it's just really disappointing.
It's the video that has emotions running high at the University of California, Irvine campus. In it, members of Lambda Theta Delta are seen performing to the Justin Timberlake song Suit and Tie. But then this. One of them appears in blackface.
In a nutshell, it was pretty much just to play that role and be Jay-Z and kind of distinguish themselves from the other guys in the video.
Darius Obana is president of the Asian American fraternity. He says the video was made as a promotion for an upcoming event. But the attention its 55 members had hoped to generate instead has created a firestorm of criticism.
It's definitely, I think it's offensive but I also don't think they knew what they were getting into.
I feel personally offended at that act, whether it was for ignorance, whether they just didn't know about it.
Omega Nu Gamma sorority in Penn State decided to have a Mexican-themed party. All members decided to wear ponchos, sombreros, and mustaches, and 2 women held signs, one of which read, Will Molan for weed and beer, and the other, I don't cut grass, I smoke it.
You have just watched real-life instances of discrimination that have appeared at schools, colleges, and universities. If one of these incidents occurred at the University of South Carolina, would you know how to respond? would you know how to report the incident, or would you feel comfortable supporting members of our community if they have felt violated or discriminated against? Are you familiar with the federal law and the university policies that protect students, faculty, and staff from acts of discrimination? One of the federal laws that protects individuals from acts of discrimination is Title VI. What is Title VI? According to Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, no person in the United States shall be excluded from participation, denied benefits, subjected to discrimination in any federally funded program or activity on the basis of race, color, or national origin. This means that institutions like the University of South Carolina that receive federal funding must operate in a non-discriminatory manner, ensuring that persons are not treated differently or denied the benefits of services that include but are not limited to admissions, recruitment, financial aid, academic programs, student treatment and services, counseling and guidance, discipline, classroom assignment, grading, co-curricular activities, recreation, physical education, athletics, housing, and employment. If any of these services are withheld from the members of our community, or if they are treated differently based upon race, color, or national origin, discrimination prohibited by Title VI may be involved. What is the origin of Title VI? It was President Lyndon B. Johnson who signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964. At the time, many consider it the most important piece of legislation since the Emancipation Proclamation. Title VI covers race, color, and national origin discrimination. Other types of discrimination like sex, age, and religion are covered by different federal statutes or other parts of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Title VI protects individuals, groups, and in some cases communities from acts or instances of discrimination.
Discriminatory harassment is also a violation of university policy. According to the University of South Carolina's Student Non-Discrimination and Non-Harassment Policy, harassment of any person or group of persons on the basis of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, age, disability, sexual orientation, genetics, or veteran status is a form of illegal discrimination prohibited by university policy, state law, and federal law, and will not be tolerated by the University of South Carolina. So what is discrimination? According to the policy, discrimination is the unfair or unequal treatment of an individual or group based upon any protected class status. It interferes with or limits the ability of an individual or group to participate in campus events. It restricts an individual or group's ability to benefit from services, activities, or privileges provided by the university. What about harassment? Harassment, according to the policy, is defined as conduct, oral, written, graphic, or physical, which is directed against any individual or group because of or based upon characteristics such as race, gender, age, sex, sexual orientation, disability, veteran status, genetics, and geographical location. In order for an act or behavior to be considered harassment, it has to be sufficiently severe, pervasive, or persistent so as to interfere with or limit the ability of an individual or group to participate in or benefit from the program's services and activities provided by the university. As you witnessed in the media clips at the beginning of this video, harassment may include, but is not limited to, objectionable epithets, demeaning depictions or treatment, and threatened or actual abuse or harm. It does not, however, include the use of appropriate materials by students, faculty, or staff for the purpose of discussion and instruction employed for learning purposes within the academic context. Sadly, We still live in a world wherein some people engage in behavior that violates the rights of others or disrespects their individual, cultural, religious, or racial backgrounds. While we believe the University of South Carolina is a safe place to work and study, we are also aware that the members of our institution mirror the larger society and are prone to engage in acts and behaviors that are prohibited by Title VI. It is for this reason that we are presenting this training opportunity.
Let's take a look at an example of Title VI discrimination. Consider if an academic honors program at a college or university is exclusively comprised of white students. When a black female applies, she is denied admission. When the student complains, it is determined that her grades and test scores were among the top 3% of all the candidates who applied to the honors program. However, her application was placed in the lower 50% of those who applied. She is not admitted. An investigation determines that other black students who met the requirements were also denied admissions. No additional explanation or justification is given to support her rejection. Discrimination prohibited by Title VI may be involved. Title VI also protects the members of our community from being retaliated against. In the previous example, if any member of the university community sought to retaliate against the student or anyone else who testified or participated in the complaint process, it may constitute a violation of Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The cycle of oppression. Have you ever wondered what is the origin or the source of such discrimination, prejudice, or harassment? Consider the cycle of oppression. Discrimination and oppression often begin with a stereotype. A stereotype is an oversimplified judgment or belief that is ascribed to an entire group. Not all stereotypes are negative. Stereotypes can, in fact, be positive beliefs about a certain race. All Asians are smart. All African Americans play basketball well. But regardless if the stereotype is negative or positive, it can lead to sweeping assumptions about an entire race or group of people you don't know very well. When does a stereotype become prejudice? If you said when you form a judgment or assumption about someone before knowing or meeting them, you are correct. Stereotypes form the basis of prejudices. When does prejudice become discrimination? If you said when we act upon the prejudice, you are correct. Discrimination is prejudice plus power. What about oppression? When does discrimination become oppression? Discrimination becomes oppression when it's long-standing and systematic. Finally, oppression is often internalized by both groups. The victims of oppression, or the minority group, can begin buying to the stereotype and engage in behavior that is representative of the stereotype. The majority group can also internalize the oppression by buying into the notion that it or its behavior is superior. As Gamecocks, our compassion and our tolerance have no limits. Being a member of the Carolina community provides you with an awesome opportunity to become aware of your individual bias and to confront and work on them. We realize that a majority of students, faculty, and staff at the University of South Carolina realize the benefits of studying or working in a diverse community. We are also aware that a small minority will engage in behavior that is prohibited by Title VI. Be advised that any member of our community who engages in illegal discrimination is subjected to disciplinary actions. Students who violate Title VI may be subjected to probation, suspension, or expulsion. Any faculty or staff who engage in such behavior may be subject to disciplinary actions such as probation, suspension, and even termination. As Gamecocks, our expertise has no limits.
How to respond to acts of discrimination. The University of South Carolina has campus resources which can assist you in the event that you or someone you know becomes the victim of any form of illegal discrimination on this campus. The Office of Equal Opportunity Programs has been created to investigate all allegations of discriminatory harassment. The staff of the Office of Equal Opportunity Programs have been trained to investigate all allegations of illegal forms of discrimination and equipped with resources and information to help educate the members of our campus in regard to fair and equitable treatment without regards to differences. As Gamecocks, our impact has no limits. As members of the university community, you can make a difference. If you or someone you know becomes the victim of discriminatory harassment based upon the protected class status discussed earlier, please contact the Office of Equal Opportunity Programs at 803-777-3854. You can also file an online complaint at www.sc.edu/EOP. Once you have navigated to the EOP website, notice the side menu. There is a student option. Clicking on this option will take you to the student resource page. Notice on the student resource page, you can file a complaint with the Office of Equal Opportunity Programs. There are several options. You can complete an online complaint form. You can complete the Word or PDF form and mail, email, or fax it to the Office of Equal Opportunity Programs. Or you can simply visit the office or call and schedule an appointment. The online complaint forms, much like the Word and PDF documents, is self-explanatory and will allow you to submit the requisite information needed to begin the process. All allegations of discrimination must be filed within 180 days from the point of occurrence. While it is always better to reserve less serious complaints at the lowest level or within the department or college where it occurs, all complaints, regardless of the severity, should be reported to the Office of Equal Opportunity Programs. The University of South Carolina also protects any member of our community who has filed a complaint, reported an allegation, or participated in an investigation from all acts of retaliation. The university has zero tolerance for retaliation. We hope this presentation has been helpful. Please take a moment now and continue viewing the community resources that will appear on this screen. And remember, as Gamecocks, our spirit has no limits.